going on, all you sun chasers? We are now in Galveston, Texas at Stellamere RV Resort. This place is beautiful. It's only a couple years old and this place is spotless. Hopefully they'll keep it this way. It's the cleanest, I think it's the cleanest RV park I've ever been in. Hey guys, it's a wild and windy day out there, and I'm sure it's a wild surf down on the beach. So we're gonna head on down, check it out. Down on the beach right now. Hopefully you can hear me, but the wind out here is wild. Actually, it's a bit of a lull right now, but the waves are crazy. Those big breakers are pretty dramatic. Trying to get some photos, trying to get some video. Not sure how all it's going to turn out, but pretty impressive. It's angry seas out there today. Pretty cool, but it's chilly out here. Holy cow, it's chilly. So I think we'll soon head back and have a hot beverage of some sort. Here at the Stellamere campground in Galveston, Texas, we have these special neighbors. They're quiet, don't cause much of a disturbance, but they're pretty cute. Little tour of Galveston and the various attractions around the city and around the island. There's a really cool statue here on the seawall on the waterfront. Commemorates the Red Cross involvement with a big hurricane that struck the area back in the year 1900. It basically devastated the whole island, the hurricane. And that was actually in the early years of the Red Cross. It may have actually been the very first natural disaster that the Red Cross responded to with humanitarian aid, food, and other assistance. So it's a really cool statue there right behind me. It's like I say, it dates back to the year 1900, and it recognizes the efforts of the Red Cross. Very cool. Okay, just going to stop here and show you some giant seafood here that I just noticed along the seawall boulevard. Here we got looks like a giant shrimp stuck to the roof of this seafood restaurant. That's kind of cool. Thing's huge. These must be 15 feet long, that shrimp up there on the roof. Try to get in the frame here. You see it there? It's pretty cool. And then just up ahead, looks like a big giant blue crab sitting on the roof of this seafood restaurant. So that looks pretty cool and really draws your eye to this restaurant. Just take a second to walk over. It's a good thing there's not a big crowd here at the restaurant, so I don't have to wade through a bunch of people. But this is pretty cool. Yeah, so they've got this big giant blue crab sitting on the roof of this building. Yeah. It's another cool attraction along the Seawall Boulevard here. Alright. So, alright, let's hop back in the truck. We'll head on down the road and see what else we can find for interesting attractions in this town. So not only do we have these gigantic sea life things along the Seawall Boulevard, we have this thing. Not quite sure what to think of it. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of disturbing all at the same time. We got this surfer dude with the head of a shark. Kind of interesting, kind of cool. But yeah, this is bizarre. Yeah, it just kind of caught my eye. I had to stop, get some shot of it. We're finding all kinds of interesting sights here on Galveston Island. Here's an old water tank, actually bottom half of a water tank. It's been converted to a house. Right about there, yeah. So yeah, so old water tank has been converted into a house. Never seen anything quite like that before, but it's pretty cool. But for now, just one last thing to see here. So as the story goes, there was this notorious pirate that kind of ruled the Gulf of Mexico, or at least this side of it, from Galveston here all the way over to New Orleans. This pirate, Jean Lafette, he terrorized the Gulf, and he actually was one of the first inhabitants, one of the first people actually set up a permanent residence here on the island. And his the remains of his property, his building, still sits. Not much left to it. It's mostly just this crumbling shell of a foundation, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. The old footings are still there, remnants of the building still here. There's a fence here, but I'll get a better shot of it here in a second. But as behind me now, you can see the building behind this fence. The old footing, set of steps there. So it's pretty cool. When I was learning, when I was reading about this earlier today, I thought it was just absolutely fascinating. So there's also a little plaque, a little sign that talks about it. So I'll get a better shot of that as well. But yeah, this is really interesting. footage from Jean Lafette's property. I don't think I'm allowed to be in here, but I did find a hole in the fence where I kind of crawled through. So I'm kind of on the interior of the old building here now. It's really something to see. Okay, it's Monday night, and managed to shoot some of the interesting things around town. So I think I might call it for this video, and this video for this week. And next week I'll probably do a little walking tour of the city and capture some of the old heritage buildings, some incredible things to be found. And so yeah, we'll talk more about that next week. See you then.